we've just gone live on YouTube and everything like that. Sam's going to jump into the call with me on this TikTok. So give me 1 sec whilst we get that sorted. But yeah, as I was saying, US is the largest Amazon marketplace in the world. It's the second. Oh, I can hear myself. Oh, okay. That's my fault. I can hear myself through Instagram. And yeah, the UK is the third largest marketplace in the world. So if you're in the US, if you're a US citizen, selling in the US is amazing. Like, good, have fun with it. Seriously, you're going to have a lot of fun. Sammy boy, have you sent me the invite on TikTok?
Not yet. It's doing that thing again where it makes you download the whole thing all over again.
Yeah, updates very regularly, doesn't it?
Every single day. What are they doing to it?
No idea.
Hope I'll be there in 2 seconds.
Okay, right. So whilst we are here, I'm going to let our community members know that we're live. So we have a free Discord community with 1,600 members. So I'm just going to let them know that we're live. And if anyone wants to join, you can get their link in the bio. You can see above my head, we have an auto ungator tool. It's the world's first tool like this, where it will automatically ungate you in as many eligible brands as you can sell. It is incredible. Yesterday alone, I had 2 people tell me, ever since using the tool, they've been getting ungated in every application with 1 attempt, first try. It's incredible how good this is. And the reason that works is because Amazon has a bit of a trust system. So the more you're ungated in brands, the more easy it is to ungate in other brands. We had Martin in our mentorship get ungated in 7,000 brands in 1 scan. I did 1,500. Sam did 1,500. If you're a brand new seller, you might get 300, but even 300 is really good. It's completely different for every person, depending on your seller metrics. Right, so Sam is just updating TikTok Live Studio before he is able to jump into this. Cool. Hey, here we go. There we go. Finally gracing us with your presence.
Yes, got it in the end. How's things anyway?
I'm sweating like a pig, and I think I've been doing like a 3-day sauna in this room, so it's pretty intense. How about you?
Lost a lot of weight.
I'm actually on a cut because I didn't think I was going to cut for summer this year because I wanted to do a prolonged bulk so I could build back my muscle for next summer. But then as soon as summer hit, I was like, sod, being this heavy in this heat is too much. I was nearing 100 kilos. It was just too much. It was too heavy.
It is. I'm glad today it's a lot cooler today though. That's actually a bit more bearable today.
I haven't noticed that. It's torturously hot in the studio because of all the insulation.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's always hot upstairs.
What's 200 kilos in pounds? Let me just have a look. I've never actually checked that. Sorry, 100 kilos. I wasn't 200 kilos. If I was 200 kilos, I'd be a monster. 220 pounds, not bad. Y'all drinking Guinness? No, unfortunately not. I'm actually 10 years sober, so that would be a very serious lifestyle change if I went back to drinking Guinness. I've got Irish blood though, so I did love a Guinness. How about you, Sam? Are you a Guinness man?
10 years? It's a long time.
Yeah, 10 years. Well, actually, the maths doesn't math. So I got sober when I was 25, and I'm about to be 34. Maybe I'm 9 years. I'm going to have to think. I've lost track.
Yeah, it's good. It's impressive though, long time. But yeah, Guinness. So I never, ever drank Guinness before. And then I went to Dublin with a load of mates. There's like 8 of us who all went to Dublin. And first time I had a Guinness there and absolutely love it, mate. And I drink it all the time.
Yeah, Guinness in Ireland is not the same as Guinness anywhere else. It just doesn't travel well. It's so good in Ireland.
It is, yeah, it's nice. I really like it. It's always, depending on if I'm having a session, then yeah, Guinness is always my go-to because I feel like you can drink so much of it. It's not gassy either, where if you drink a load of lager, then it just bloats you, fills you up, and you just feel a bit crap, don't you? Whereas Guinness, you can just go on and on and on.
Having a session with 2 kids is a very brave thing to do, I would say.
Well, yeah, it doesn't really happen anymore, to be honest. Very rarely anyway. It's just not worth the next day. You need a babysitter for the day you're drinking and then the day after. just so you can recover in peace.
I looked at our demographics yesterday, so I looked at our analytics on TikTok, and we are. Oh no, my camera's overheating in this room.
I was going to say you're frozen on stream.
Yeah, it's fine on TikTok. Christ, it's so hot.
It's going to meltdown.
Yeah, it feels like it's on fire. That's crazy. What was I going to say? Yeah, I was looking at our demographics on TikTok yesterday, and we got like a almost perfect 50-50 split of men and women, and lots of people in their 30s. So we're definitely attracting our own age group, I think, Sam.
Makes sense, and I guess that's what usually happens, right? People relate to other people, their age group, and so on. But it's good about the split 50-50. And that used to be like in the early days when we first started the mentorship, we had quite a good split. There's a lot of women in there, whereas now there's a few. There's JB, Laura, Stephanie, Lindsay. So there's like 4. It used to be a good split, but they
Paige.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, Paige. If you're here to see this, Paige as well. And then it's died off a little bit.
Right. So, sorry guys. It's so hot in this room. My system is freezing and my camera's freezing. So if it goes tits up, I apologize. Elliot, does manual sourcing get easier, or would you just avoid it? That's a very good question, Elliot. I think manual sourcing is my least favorite method, probably. I think storefront sourcing to learn brands and retailers is really good. Email newsletter sourcing that leads into manual sourcing is really good. Manual sourcing, I find quite tedious personally. What do you think, Sam?
I think it's okay. It definitely gets easier. I think it's the same with any sourcing method. They all get easier with time. When you first start sourcing anything, then it's always a slog. It always takes ages. It takes a while to get used to it all. So it is hard work, but it's the same with anything, right? You keep practicing, you keep doing it, then it's going to make a big difference. I don't mind it. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's quite good as long as you know where to look, and you've got data. I guess because I've been doing it so long, I sort of know which websites are good to look at, what's best to avoid. So it makes it easier. I know sort of when to search on a particular website, so that definitely helps.
Yeah, Elliot, I would say, just backing on what Sam said, how you look through manual sourcing is going to really dictate how good the results are. So again, I'm just parroting what Sam said, but you need data, but you need to know how to look through the website. So you don't just click around randomly. That doesn't work. You need to go to the deals section. You need to filter by biggest discount first. You need to find coupons, cashback, discounts, and you need to filter by brand. Go through it methodically. Spend maybe 15 minutes looking at a site. And if you don't find anything, move on. And if you find something in a brand that's profitable, I always use this example. If you find a Jellycat product, search the rest of Jellycat everywhere you can, because if that product is on offer, it's likely the brand is on offer. That's how you can daisy chain one lead into 10 in a single session. We got someone on YouTube from Japan. Welcome, Maya. I don't know how to pronounce that. In Sapot. Hello, bro. Hi. Hello. Welcome. You're the first person we've ever had in here from Japan. Welcome.
I love Japan. I want to go.
I really want to go to Japan. Is Sapporo a place in Japan?
It's one of my favorite cuisines, Japanese.
Yeah, there's a place in Bristol called Izakaya, and it does unbelievably good Japanese food. So good. Yeah,
Japanese food's so good. Can't beat a nice ramen.
OTG FBA, how's Prime Day been? How's Prime Day been? What's the spend like? That's one for you, Sam.
Prime Day's been good, mate. I think it's been really good this year. Really good. Spring Deals was okay. I think the difference between Spring Deals and Prime Day is that Spring Deals, a lot of the deals were very, they're very sort of like mid, nothing like amazing or fantastic. It was all sort of just pretty standard stuff, like 20% ROI, like nothing great, to be honest. Whereas I think this Prime Day has been really, really good. The deal's been good, averaging sort of like 30% ROI. So yeah, it's been solid. I've spent let me have a look. See how much I spent a fair bit. I have spent £72,000 for the month, and Prime Day is probably like 50. Let's have a look here. So I did 40,000 the first day. Second day I did 7,000, and then today I've done 6,000. So yeah, just over 50k. So good. Yeah, very happy. I think it's going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think average ROI today has been. Oh, that's good. 50%. Yesterday was 32%. And the day before was also 32%. So I think the average ROI is so much higher this time, and there's been decent deals.
Spring deals was about 20, wasn't it? 20% as an average.
Yeah, it was pretty average, to be fair. Zach saying, "Hey Zach, how you doing, mate?" Yes, Sam. How was Prime Day? Yeah, good. We're just chatting about that, mate. Really good. Spend solid, good average ROI. Overall, really good, mate. How was yours? Did you get lots of spending, mate?
Elliot said, sorry, I want to touch on it. Marcus Levs, you said, just a shout out. You guys are amazing. Don't ever stop helping the community out. I really appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of the community as well. We're very happy to have you in it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
Elliot said, I usually just newsletter source, then keep a sourcing on the sales page manually. Yeah, so Elliot, you haven't been going that wrong. Sorry, you haven't been going that long. Just, I cannot stress this enough. Build data. Use the purchasing sheet, add other sales columns or tabs to it, whatever you want to do. Build data. Collect brands, collect coupon codes that work, store the coupon codes, collect seller IDs that are good and you can find results with, check them regularly, find the retailers that have deals and check them very often. Sign up to the newsletters of all of them and start deleting the ones that are crap and don't ever yield results. Over time, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And the more keeper trackers you set up as well, the more keeper trackers that you set up, as long as they're connected to your Telegram or to your email address, you can start getting really good pings with that as well. So just keep building data and it will get easier.
Zach said, spent decent, about 30, 40k. Brilliant. Good, mate. Love it. That's what we want. I saw some good Fitbits though. Did you know if they are IP? Have I sold Fitbits? I must have sold Fitbits before. Let's have a look, mate.
Never sold a Fitbit before.
I think I've had a fair few Fitbits.
I was debating that Fitbit because we have a Whoop community in our mentorship, and I was debating the cheaper Fitbit that Google's just pushed out, but everyone convinced me to go Whoop.
Yeah, no, I've sold a lot of Fitbit. I've sold 20 ASINs before on Fitbit. Most recent one was a few years ago, 2023. So yeah, I haven't sold it for a while. So I don't know if they're IP now. I haven't seen many. He said a lot of the best leads I found were transparency. Yeah, there's been some really good transparency leads. There's been some good ones. I'm happy with that. I had Prep Center spamming me with loads of transparency codes yesterday, try and get them all uploaded.
Yeah, really good talking point for everyone in this live. Amazon has a transparency program. You can't get these codes from online arbitrage places, retailers, but you can from Amazon. So one of the perks of doing A to A, where you buy directly from Amazon, is you get transparency codes. So if the product is enrolled in the transparency program, a lot of people won't be looking at those leads. So it can be a really good opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. He said Fitbit was class. They were transparency though and gated. Not sure if I should risk it. Mate, just have a look at the listing history. If the listing history looks pretty solid, then mate, risk it 100%. I'm not sure what the ungate is. Probably, I don't know if it's 100 units. If it's 100 units, it's going to be expensive. I'm not really sure what you're going to buy to get that cleared, to be honest. Because Fitbit, I don't know if they do like accessories or anything like that, which you can buy cheap things, maybe like cheap straps or something. I reckon, there's some Fitbit straps I'm looking at now, which are about 4 or 5 quid. So it might be worth looking at, but I don't know if they're actually Fitbit branded. So yeah, I'm not sure what you're gonna do for Fitbit Ungate, and especially if it's 100 units. But I think, mate, it's definitely worth a risk if it's that good. No FBA previous, but I've risked ones before like that, and it's been cool. Mate, there's only one way to find out with these sorts of things. I would, give it a shot and see what happens, mate. You got to scared to make money, right?
The only time I've ever been caught out with that. What are those headphones that offices always use? What's that brand?
Offices. Oh,
you know.
Yeah, I can't remember though. Mine's gone blank.
There's a headset that offices always use. I can't remember the brand. It's a really big brand. I spent like $2,000 on those through Amazon once, and they didn't come with transparency codes. That's the only time I've been bit by that. But I mean, you're buying from Amazon, aren't you? So you can, I'm not going to say anything, but if you're buying from Amazon, I don't feel guilty about stuff. But yeah. I was able to resell them on eBay, but still, it's not really a huge risk with Amazon, I don't think.
No, like for the most part, they usually come with transparency. Like there's probably been a handful of times where they haven't, but I've ordered a lot of transparency over the years, and 99% of the time they come with codes. So the risk is pretty low.
I've got a bunch of questions. Sorry, guys. Let me catch up. You found sales slow this week. If you've done a lot of A to A, my sales been poor. 50K. Well, they all ready to be sold on Saturday when prices go back up.
Yeah, sales. If you've got a lot of A to A stock, right, your sales are going to be slow over Prime Day. Like it's not that. It's pretty normal, especially if all your stocks sort of A to A, just because there's going to be so many promos and stuff, and it's not going to be at the price you want to sell it for. If you've got a lot of OA stuff, then you should be seeing higher sales, really. But don't be too concerned if your sales are really low and it's mostly A to A.
Yeah, we say this all the time, but it's really important to remind everyone. If you have limited capital and you want to reinvest and scale quickly, A to A might not be the best option for you because you sometimes have to hold your stock for 2 to 3 months. So do A to A if you've got a little bit more capital or you wanted to capitalize on Prime Day. About a 50-50 split is a good way to approach it. If you're not sure how to do Amazon to Amazon, just be careful because when you understand the concept, it's fairly straightforward, but most people make very, I would say, obvious mistakes. But again, it's not obvious to you until you've learned how to do it properly. Basically, if the product is always at a high price, it goes down momentarily to a profitable level and then it goes back up. That's a banger. That's the kind of lead you want to go for. But there's also fluctuations in prices that you can gauge your risk and decide if it's worth a punt or not.
Yeah, for sure. Zach was saying, have you had luck with transparency on gates that don't have the logo on Amazon? I don't really check the logo, to be honest, mate. I don't think it's not something I've ever noticed. So I don't really know. I think I just know it's transparency just because SAS tells me it's restricted or whatever, or I'm not eligible. And just by the type of product it is, there's certain products which you just know are on transparency program because all that brand is. So that's mainly how I know. I don't really check for the logos and if there's any discrepancy there at all, mate.
OTG said, got most of my stock sent off already. Awesome. Really good idea to, you have to review each listing and see how much competition joins. The reason I'm about to say this is I talk to a lot of people who buy a lot of their stock on Monday and they don't ship it out until Friday. Amazon is a game of speed. If you can buy stock and get it shipped the next day, you should be. You want to get it in as soon as possible, unless the lead tanks. In that case, probably not the best idea to send it in.
Zach said, makes sense. Have a good weekend. Appreciate the advice. No worries, mate. Have a good one. Speak soon.
See you later, Jack.
A lot of my stock's been sent in. I've got just looking at my inbound now. I've got 30K, which is currently being sent in. Got about 50K resale value and 10K potential profit. The prices will have to adjust slightly, but yeah, so far it's looking good.
Elliot, I have a page on seller IDs I put into Keeper and it's not working. What Keeper settings to use on SellerAmp? I think mine must be wrong. Elliot, so with your seller IDs, go through them manually on SellerAmp rather than Keeper. go through them brand by brand and just try to reverse engineer where they're buying them from. Be sure to have European marketplaces enabled in SellerAmp SaaS because they might be EU 8A. And if you're not able to find where they're buying them from, you may have missed the deal, or you might not be finding the same discount codes that they're finding. How do you pronounce your name, my friend? Jagoro Gerson? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome to live. I butcher names really badly. I apologize. What settings do you use on SellerAmp? I think mine must be wrong. Okay, hold on. Let me bring up my SaaS in the background, and I will let you know.
You don't need your settings don't need. You don't need much in the settings, to be honest with you. Like if you use a prep center, you want a prep fee in there. Prep fee is whatever your prep center charges. So they charge 50p a unit, put in 50p. And the only other setting you really need is an inbound shipping fee. Ideally, you want that set at 40p per kilo. Because that way it's going to cover you for sending products into Amazon. And this mainly makes a difference for big, bulky stuff. So if you're sending like a TV or a monitor or a printer or something like that, something with a bit of weight to it, you want to make sure that 40p per kilo is included. Because let's say you're selling a printer, right? And it might be too big to fit in a box and you have to send it on its own. That's going to cost you like, what, £3, £4 to send it into Amazon. And if you haven't put that into your profit calculation, then it's going to give you the wrong figures. So what it might, I don't know, you might be making, let's just say, £10 profit on the product, which is going to be 20% ROI or 30% ROI. But when you got to account for that extra £3 just to send it in, then that's going to drop it down to like £7 profit per product, which then might drop it down to like a 15% ROI or a 25% ROI or something like that. So it does make a difference. So you need to make sure you have your inbound shipping fee on there and a prep fee. Apart from that, everything else doesn't really matter too much. You can have like
I was just going to add on VAT. That's the only one. So the 40p inbound FBA shipping. I've got maximum BSR of 2%. I don't really want to see anything more than that. Minimum profit £1, minimum ROI 20% because I've got VAT settings enabled. And that's pretty much what you need. I would really strongly suggest sourcing with VAT enabled settings as early as you can so that you get used to it. Just lower your ROI to 20%. Get used to those settings. Even if you are not VAT registered, when you sell the product, the ROI will be higher. But there's so many people give up on Amazon when they hit VAT reg because they haven't prepared for it. And it is harder. You need to be better at sourcing by that point. But when you get to 90,000, if you haven't gotten better at sourcing, then you've been doing something wrong.
For sure. Elliot's saying, I keep finding leads, but I feel like other sellers are finding them easily too, and the price drops. I haven't bought them, just monitored. You talking about like Amazon's Amazon? You talking about OA? What sort of method are you talking about? I think, look, it's OA. Okay, yeah, look, it's pretty. It's sometimes that happens. Like, there's not really much you can do about it. People will find the leads. It depends where you're buying leads from. Are you buying them from? Are you manually sort of finding them yourself? Or are you finding them in Discord groups or something like that? Sellers will jump on stuff. It is just part and parcel of it, and you just need to be careful. And it's just something you need to understand. Obviously, the more ROI and profit you have in the product, the better it's going to be because you can afford to let that price drop slightly before you sort of end up taking a bit of a lower price. But I think if you've got like a bit of a, if you can analyze the stuff which is doing that, try and figure out if there's some sort of pattern. Is it because the stuff you're buying from Smiths, for example, that always ends up doing the same thing, or the stuff you buy from Boots does the same thing, or the stuff you buy from John Lewis all goes the same way? Like, see if you can spot a pattern on something which is happening on those exact same products, and then you might be able to eliminate that and find a bit of an issue. But yeah, it is normal. You just have to hold your products a little bit and try and wait for that max price if you can. He says he's sourcing himself, newsletter, manual, keeper, reverse. Yeah, nice. They're all decent methods, but again, there's no way you can predict a lot of listings and how they're going to go. It's kind of like trial and error. You just need to buy it and see what happens. But if you haven't bought them, you're just monitoring them, then keep monitoring them and just sort of see what happens. And again, see if you can see any patterns. It might help you make a decision.
Lily said, guys, how much do you charge? Some serious amateurs out here. Lily, welcome to the live. I don't think I recognize your name. You've been here before. It depends on the service you're after. We have a free Discord community, so that's free. We've got a free purchase sheet, free Amazon FBA course to teach the fundamentals, free discount gift card portal, free top 200 UK suppliers. The auto ungator tool that we've developed, we're the first company to develop that. That costs $69.99. If you want to work one-to-one with us in our mentorship, you need at least 5K to invest, and that includes stock and the mentorship price, and we'll have a call. We're very selective with who we work with. We've got group mentoring that's cheaper, and we have a cheap sourcing course that's coming out soon that will be about 250 quid just because people ask for it. And we've got a prep center, virtual assistant recruitment. We've been developing a software over 2 years, which everyone in our mentorship is testing. And we've got an account recovery expert, which is a bespoke pay based on the complexity service. But we're here like as often as we can be giving advice. We'd like to be live more often, but unlike a lot of people in the space, we actually run a business in the background. So we get quite busy and find it hard to find the time.
James said, "What's your spend for Prime Day?" We were just going through that at the start. So I spent just over 50K. I think it was like 40K first day, 7K the second day, and today I've spent 6K. Good. I think today's average ROI was 50%. Yesterday was 32, and the first day was also 32 as well. So decent ROIs, decent spend. So far, it's been really, really good. How's yours going?
Thunder said, "What's transparency codes?" So Amazon has a program called the Transparency Program. The reason for this is to try to ensure that the products being sold on Amazon's platform are authentic, they're legitimate. So a transparency code is something that you can only get if you buy the stock directly from Amazon. If I bought it from John Lewis, Asda, Tesco, wherever, I wouldn't get that because it's an Amazon specific code. If you do A to A, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get them. As I said earlier, I got affected once where I spent about, I think it was almost 2K on a product where I didn't get the codes. I was still able to sell them off the platform for a profit. It's you need to look out for it when you're analyzing the listing. I can see my camera's gone again. When you're analyzing the listing, you can actually see below the pricing if it says enrolled in Amazon's transparency program. If it is, then you have to get Amazon specific orders. You can't get it from retailers.
Your mic's gone, mate.
Mic as well. Is that better?
Yeah. Oh, I can hear something.
Oh my god, it's like a furnace.
While you're doing that, Elliot asked, "Do you have a VA?" Yeah, I've got 3 VAs. I've got two of them full-time sourcing. One of them does admin. One of my sourcing VAs has been off for the last week and a half, so they chose a great time for that. But unfortunately, they got dengue fever, so that's not ideal. It was just one VA working sort of throughout Prime Day. James said, "Nice man, my spend was 55K, but I ran out of capital. Best Prime Day for me." Mate, that's unreal. So good. 55K is fantastic. Good work there, mate.
Right. Can you hear me?
It's really quiet. Oh.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh my god, mate, I'm cooking in here. Like,
you got aircon in the background. You can hear it churning away.
Yeah, I can't really move it further away from me, otherwise I'll pass out. Like, that's how hot it
is. You're looking sweaty.
Can you actually see me? I thought my camera was off.
I can see on TikTok, but not on the other ones.
There we go. Okay, I'm back. Good grief.
Cesspool, isn't it?
Okay, right. So everyone on TikTok, apologies for that. My room is so hot in here because it's in the loft. I've got insulation all around me. My camera and tech keeps giving up, but I will rifle through the questions. I know I've got quite a lot. So, do you guys do FBA? And also, what's your ideal seller to order volume ratio for specific products, ASINs? Thunder, yes, we do Amazon FBA. We do FBM as well, fulfillment by merchant, but not as much. We do eBay, Vinted to sell off returns and things. And we have a free community and we have a mentorship community. When you say what's your volume ratio, we don't overinvest more than 5 to 10% of our overall capital per brand. We spread our risk by buying lots of different products. That way, if one, say you've got 50 products, even if 5 of them tank, you've got 45 that are making you profit. And you can only do that by spreading your risk. That's the strategy that we follow.
Yes, Elliot said, I think your camera's gone again. Oh no, it's still there. Elliot said, how much revenue should you be getting per month before a VA? Or is it where you can't manage it yourself? It's not really so much like a revenue point of view, more like it's a time versus reward thing and it's a capital thing you want to try and figure out before you then get a VA. So for me, like if I have got, well, if I'm working solidly all month, sourcing, and at the end of the month I've still got loads of money to spend and I just can't quite spend it all, then that might be a good time to get a VA, because ideally you want to get all your money spent as soon as possible. And if you can't do it yourself just because you're so busy either working with family, doing anything else, then yeah, that might be a good time to get a VA. But I think the thing is with a VA, right, you need to figure out if it's really worth it. And the easiest way to do that is figure out how much money you've got, because they're not like cheap. You're going to spend what, 350 to 400 quid a month on their salary. So you need to make sure you've got enough money to pay their salary every single month. But as well as that, you need to make sure you're buying enough leads that it's going to be worth getting a VA. Like, let's say your VA finds 4K worth of leads and you're going to make 10% margin on that 4K worth of spend. Ideally, you want higher margin than that, but let's just use this as an example. You spend $4,000, you want 10% margin, you're gonna make 400 quid, which is fine, but you've made 400 quid, you've paid them 350, 400 quid, so you're just back to square one. So if you've only got 4K to spend, then it's not really the best route to go down. You want to be in a position where you can spend, or where the VA can make you like 3 or 4 times their salary in order to make it worth it. So for that, you're going to need like between 10, 15K. So then if they can help you spend that, that's then going to pay their salary, plus you're going to have the profit on top. And then that way it's actually going to be justified as to having a VA. So I think that's how you want to look at it. But again, it's down to your time as well. Like if you just don't have enough time to source, then yeah, 100% you can look at getting a VA to help you if you've got the capital to do it.
Goes without saying as well, but if you're going to hire a VA, go through us, Recruit Smart. The team in the background are amazing. We by far have the best system in the UK. I haven't checked out US competitors. We by far have the best system for hiring and recruiting out virtual assistants. So if you're interested, let us know. Laura Ruth, welcome to the live. Haven't seen you in here for a while. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Are fees for your prep center accounted for on seller board? Yes, but you have to account for them. So in your seller toolkit settings, in your seller board settings, even in our software, you have to say what your prep fee is, and you have to say what your miscellaneous fees are when you registered for VAT, if you did. And then every time you make a sale, that fee will be taken into consideration with your prep. So yes, absolutely.
Edit said, I wouldn't get a VA just now, just thinking long term. Yesterday, Sean did an AI prompt showing 12 months for me. Yeah, I saw that prompt. Definitely a good prompt to use. If again, anyone else who is in here and looking to get started and want to try and figure out how their next 6 to sort of 12 months is going to look based on whatever capital they have a look. Jump in our free Discord group. In the beginners chat, there's a message which is pinned from Sean, and it is a prompt to use in ChatGPT, Claude, or any sort of AI system. Adjust the figures to what works for you. So you say, right, I've got 3K capital to spend, and then where you're going to be in the next sort of 12 months. and it will calculate it for you, and it will give you a rough idea as to how the next sort of year is going to look based on that capital. And then that way it gives you a good idea as to how your next 12 months is roughly going to look. Obviously, it's not going to be exact. There's loads of different things which can happen sort of within that time frame, but at least it gives you a rough idea as to what you can expect when sort of starting out Amazon or doing Amazon.
Yeah, and I can give you a kind of best case scenario. We've got someone in our mentorship. It's called Brandon. Glenn, I just noticed you're in here as well. Welcome to the live, mate. Brandon is 19 years old, super switched on. All he thinks about is Amazon. He is absolutely killing it because he's dedicated to it. He's learning from his mistakes. He's listening to our advice. He's following what we suggest, and he's doing so well. Sylvia is another one. I caught up with her yesterday. She's in college. She's 18. And within 3 months, she's hitting almost 10K revenue. And it's because all she thinks about is Amazon. So if you're dedicated, if you learn, and if you work with us and avoid beginner mistakes, you will absolutely do really well. Corpsu, do we need a PPC expert? I will drop you a message because not right now. I don't need one right now, but I will be interested to have a conversation with you. So I'll drop you a message. I'll give you a follow. And if you give us a follow back, we can send you a message. Thunder said, is seller ID where they source their items, the other sellers on the product? Sorry, I was late. Thunder, no problem at all. So your Amazon storefront has a unique seller ID. Everyone's is different. To all the beginners out there, don't ever share your storefront with people. Don't ever share your seller ID because then people can storefront source you. That's not a good thing. Everyone has a unique seller ID. In SellerAmp SaaS, you can find sellers who do FBA with fewer than 400 reviews, and you can find their seller IDs, click on them, and then go through what products they're selling. With our software, one of the features of our software is to follow 20 of your closest competitors and automatically get updates to leads when they purchase and send them in. It is insanely good. It's insanely good. Storefront stalking can only go so far. It's really good. But if you can be the first to find the lead before other people do, that's gonna do really well in the long run. Amazon is a game of speed, and that means being the first to it usually means you're going to capitalize the most. G Fines, good afternoon to you as well. Welcome. Sorry I took so long to reply to that. Thank you for joining, my friend. How are you today? CNL, would you still have to calculate that if you send it via a prep center? Sorry, I've just joined. No problem at all, mate. So in SellerAmp SaaS, that's the tool that we use to calculate profits. So when I'm reviewing a listing, I'm using Keeper to do the deep analysis on the listing to see how much it's selling, if I can sell it, if it's safe, how much to buy. And I'm using SellerAmp to also do that, but then also to calculate profit. In my SellerAmp settings, I have my prep fee, and I have my inbound shipping fee, and I have my VAT status in my settings. So whenever I'm analyzing a listing, if it tells me I'm going to make £3 profit, that's after the cost of a prep fee. It's taking your prep fee into consideration. So that's one of the reasons we say to use both Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS, at least until our software can do it all. OTG FBA, do you buy more transparency stock? If the opportunity is there and you want to take the risk with it, absolutely, mate. Why not? Sam, out of interest, how much transparency stuff would you say you buy?
So I'll give you a rough one. So on the first day, I bought 40 ASINs. Yesterday, my prep center messaged me for probably 6 of the ASINs, which were transparency on gates, and they sent me a message with all the serial numbers and transparency codes on there. So yeah, there was roughly 6 out of 40. So there's a few. I think they'll probably message me again today for a load more. But it's hard to say like an exact percentage, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's a fair few on there. To be fair.
To be sure. What's the split of spend from VA and yourself? That's a very good question. Go for it, Sam.
Let's have a look. It's mostly for Prime Day. It's probably mostly me. One, because one of my VAs has got dengue fever. The other VA did very, very well though. Excuse me. Let's have a look. So today has been all my VA, and that's been Today has been all my VA. So yeah, she's done 6K there. Yesterday was 2.5 myself, and then there was 3.8 for her. And then the day before, the main day, it was 2,000 for the VA. Oh no, hold on. These aren't right. Okay, no. So the main day was 25K or 26K for the VA, and then it was 14K for me. No, so it was mostly with the VA. So yeah, VA has done most of it overall. Let's see from a monthly point of view, I've done 30, and then the other VA has done 40, and then the VA who's been sick has done 3. So yeah, she's done well, 40K so far for the month.
My fiance had dengue fever before. She said it's absolutely awful.
Yeah, it sounds pretty rough. I've been speaking so his wife also works for me. She's my admin VA. So I've been speaking to her, and it looks pretty rough. I think he's got like rashes, fevers, and yeah, just general feeling pretty crap. He had a drip hooked up to him at one point.
Do you ever find the same leads as your VA? Almost inevitable, isn't it? You're going to at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Like some of the leads. So especially on the first day I source myself. Once I've done sourcing myself, I'll then look at her leads. A lot of the leads, there's a crossover with some of those leads there. And then today she sent a few leads in which I'd already bought before. But yeah, sometimes it happens. It doesn't happen like on a day-to-day, but for a Prime Day, yeah, it definitely happens because we're all sort of sourcing the same sort of stuff. But yeah, day-to-day never happens.
Q Rahimi, welcome to live. Is bundle allowed in the UK to create a branded product? What do you advise? Yeah, unique bundles can be a really good way to do it. It's essentially become another version of private label. You used to be able to take branded products and bundle them together and make really good money. Amazon changed their rules, so now you need letters of authorization to do it. So the way you've suggested it in the comments there, creating your own brand and doing your own private label bundles can be really, really good. It can be really good. It costs more money, it's more risk, and you have to invest into PPC. You have to invest into advertising. But yeah, it is allowed. You'd have to register for brand registry. We don't specifically do that. We do arbitrage and wholesale. So that's about as far as my advice could go. I don't want to give you advice on something I haven't done personally. I think that would be a bit dishonest. But yeah, we know Natalie Cromie is someone who does that, and she's a lovely woman. So give it a go if you're interested. Arbitrage is very good for everyone else, I would say. The main reason we push out arbitrage is because you can get so much faster profit turnaround, way less risk, way easier to pick up. And it helps you learn Amazon so that when you get to a point where you've used the cash machine and you have a lot more money, you can explore out to PL or to wholesale if you want to. Glenn Lacey, welcome, mate. Thank you for joining.
Hey, Glenn. How you doing, mate?
Thunder said, but I thought for Amazon you share the same product page. Is seller ID when you're on the buy box. Thunder, I think you're getting confused. So you're right. When you're on an Amazon listing, there are lots of different sellers on that listing and the buy box. So when a customer clicks buy now or add to cart, that's the buy box. That is going to rotate around the sellers on the buy box. And that's affected by loads of different factors, which I can go through if you guys want me to. Your seller ID is not to do with the buy box, it's to do with you. So let's say, Thunder, let's say your business is Thunder Ltd. Your unique seller ID might be 084812575, whatever, random code. And that's just Amazon's unique ID associated to your business. That's how to think about it. The seller ID is the unique identifiable number associated to each business that sells on Amazon.
So Elliot said, one of my products was at 40% ROI. Now it's 24%, but the deal's gone. Other sellers have low stock. Would you sell for 24% ROI and reinvest or hold for a bit? I'm only 2 weeks in. So it It kind of depends. So what you want to be looking for on the listing is there any fluctuation in the offer count? If you can see the offer count is starting to go down, then the price should increase. So if you can already see the offer count going down, the price should increase. And then that way I would try and hold out for a little bit longer to try and get a better ROI. If the offer count is staying very consistent and very stable for a while, then it might be worth dropping down to that 24% just to get rid of your stock. I think in the early days, you want to try and get as many sales as possible early on, because it's going to help your seller metrics. It will help you on gating and everything like that. But at the same time, you don't want to sell too early if there is some form of indication that the price will increase. You'll see it on every single keeper graph. As soon as the offer count goes down, the price goes up. It happens every single time. So make sure you look out for that. Maybe if the people you said have got low stock already, hold out a week and see if there's any change in the offer count. If you can see sellers are starting to sell out, then yeah, it might be worth holding a bit longer. So I think that's the main thing you want to look for. And based on that, you can then decide whether you want to sell now or hold your price and get a bit of a higher return.
Wee Laurie, that's the name I was hoping to see again. How are you, my friend? How are you getting on?
How are you, Laurie? Good to see you.
Yeah, how are you getting on with the spicy brain? In your words, are you settling with the new? Well, how are you getting on with it? Let me know. I don't want to. She and I were having a really interesting conversation last time we spoke, but I realized I probably. Anyway, do you have to order the products to your house to label them and send them off, or can a supplier do it? Okay, so you can send them to your house and you can do it yourself, or you can send it to a prep center and a prep center can do it for you. We have a prep center, Prep Smart. If you want to check that out, it's amazing. We have not lost a client and we do a great service. A prep center is going to be an additional cost, so you have to calculate that into your expenses versus your profits and everything like that. But no, you can either do it yourself or you can send it to a prep center. Amazon used to do that service, but no one used it because they would charge 75p a product ex VAT. It was just absolutely absurdly expensive, just like every Amazon fee. So they discontinued doing it, and now it's either you do it yourself or a prep center does it for you. User 61234124283 catchy. When you go over the VAT threshold, is it worth changing to an LTD company? Okay, so prefacing this by saying this is just for education. This is just for entertainment purposes. We're not trained accountants. Talk to an accountant. Do your own due diligence. I would say most people do. If you've gotten to the 90k threshold as a sole trader, I would probably imagine most people register an LTD just so you could separate the financials. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, agreed. I think it's probably the best time to go VAT registered. Get a limited company. As soon as you hit that sort of that level, then yeah, I think your best option is to go limited company. But again, yeah, chat to an accountant. Every person's situation is very different when it comes to taxes, income, and everything like that. So it's worth speaking to them and just seeing what they think. You can get free calls with most accountants these days, just like a bit of an intro call, and they'll most likely advise you on that. So it's worth speaking to someone just to make sure you're doing the correct thing. But I would say it sounds about right.
Yeah. Thunder, I got confused. You said you use seller IDs to view other seller storefronts, and I thought that meant product page. Okay, I get where you're coming from. So we use seller IDs to check their storefronts, to check their individual storefronts. So if you go to Amazon, you're going to see product listings. But if you go to SellerAmp and you click on a seller ID, on SellerAmp, you're going to see their storefront. So it's not an Amazon listing, it's that seller's storefront. You can see all of their brands, their ratings, their company's information, and you can go through brand by brand and try and reverse engineer where they're buying their products from. It's a really good way to learn the model. It's a good way to learn what other people are selling. You have to think, if they bought it, it must have been profitable, which means you can find it profitable as well, unless they're an idiot, of course. But if they're an idiot, you can start following them very, very quickly. You'll learn over time which seller IDs and which ones are good and which ones are bad. And what we do is we keep track of them in a spreadsheet, or you bookmark the ones that you work really well, or you integrate them into our software when you sign up and get access to it.
Elliot said, have you heard of Luxora Commerce? Would you avoid? I just had a quick look, mate. The website is pretty dreadful. There's very little information in terms of the actual business, their addresses or contact information. There's one email address, but there's very little information. I would avoid. I think it's got red flags all over it, to be honest with you, mate. I don't think it's worth entertaining them.
Yeah, I just had a quick look at that as well, and that definitely looks sus.
Yeah, doesn't look great.
It kind of looks like someone set this up to pose as a storefront so that they can talk to suppliers.
That's exactly what I thought when I was looking at it as well.
Yeah. Laurie, back through the courses, getting on better. Brain was doing mad stuff. Back on the bandwagon now. I think passion and motivation is coming back. Awesome. My friend, when she was at uni, she got on ADHD meds, and she had the same thing. There was like a huge transition period, she got on the bandwagon, as you said, and she absolutely killed her exams. She did really well, but she said it was like a really rough transition. So I hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. Really glad to hear you motivated as well. Let's start to see some sales results, Laurie. We've been talking to you for so long now. I really want to see you get some good results.
Elliot said, I thought 100% ROI was too good to be true with 3K sales per month. Yeah, generally, if something is too good to be true, then it generally is, to be honest with you. You always want to make sure you look into these sorts of things. The amount of times people in the mentorship have sent me a lead and said, I found an absolute banger, it's unreal. And they send it to me and say, it's either the wrong product or the website's, it's like a dodgy retailer or something. But 9 times out of 10, if it is too good to be true, then it usually is, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately so. Tick and Box Shop. Hi, sorry, did you mention Vinted and eBay earlier? Yes, absolutely. So, when you build a business, I'm talking about seller smart, right? When you build a business, you have to niche down. You niche down because there's riches in the niches, as Americans say. Yeah, exactly. I was being silly. So we niche down into Amazon, but we also do sell on other platforms, and we are going to be expanding out to other ones over the next year or so. We were having a really good chat about this. Sam, I actually want to have a chat to you about this. How the boys and I, when we went to London to meet the suppliers the other day, we were saying we really need to get a TikTok guy in the group. We should get a Shopify guy and do e-commerce in general, because as we've expanded our prep center, it makes sense for us to be a 3PL rather than just an Amazon prep center. So regarding your question, Vinted and eBay, really good. I really like eBay. eBay does not have the sales velocity that Amazon does. If it did, it would be incredible. Vinted and eBay, primarily we use them to sell the returns that we get for Amazon or the ungate products that we can't sell. And I've bought some random stuff from China to sell on eBay that's done really well, but it's done really well slowly, very slowly in comparison to Amazon. Can you have a quick chat about the auto ungater? Yes, absolutely, Laurie. So we have built the world's first tool to automatically ungate you in as many brands as you are eligible to ungate. So our auto ungater, which there, depending on where you're watching it from, we have a database of 10,000 brands. It will integrate with your seller account, and it will check the brands and see which ones you're eligible to ungate, and then it will automatically ungate you. If you're a brand new seller who's not sold a thing, we've seen anything from 300 to 1,000 ungates. If you've been selling for a few months, it could be 2,000 to 3,000 ungates. If you've been selling for a year, the highest we've seen is 7,000 ungates in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes even. To give you guys context, if you aren't aware of how unbelievably amazing this is, some people get stuck on ungates for months, and that's one ungate. So we can help you unlock thousands in less than 5 minutes. Not only is this really valuable to helping you source and find products that you can source and sell, but also Amazon has a trust system. So the more ungated you are on some brands, the more easy you find it to ungate in other brands. We are now getting feedback from people who've been using this tool, Just yesterday alone, I had 2 people tell me this. And over the last few weeks, I've had lots of people tell me this. They've been trying to ungate certain brands for weeks and they've been getting nowhere. They use our ungating tool. They get ungated in thousands of brands. They do their applications. Boom, they get ungated in one shot. It is so damn good. If you are in our mentorship, you get free access to our software. The Ungator tool is just one feature of the software out of about 35 that we have. It is unbelievably good. And you get that for free whilst it's in development in our mentoring. If you just want to go for the Ungator, it's $69.99 for one scan. And then if you want to do monthly rescans when you've been actively selling, you can do that for 25 quid. If you're using the software for free by being a mentor, you can use the rescanner as often as you want. So if you've been selling for like a week or 2, you can use it again and see what happens. And people do see increased ungates. We've been collecting lots of testimonials and reviews. It's completely Amazon compliant. So we're not breaking the rules. Everything we teach at Seller Smart is following the rules, is above board, and it's in the long term. So definitely give it a try. It is so damn good.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Thunder, how often do you do these lives? I'm heading off now, but these lives are very helpful. I appreciate that, Thunder. Thank you for joining. I try to aim for 30 hours of lives per month, and I am very behind on that this month because building a business is very time consuming. I try to go live every day. I'm not going to go live on Saturdays because, to be honest with you, I don't want to go live every day. I want to enjoy it. I really enjoy these lives, and if I go live every day, it's just not enjoyable. So I'll go live Monday through Friday, and then on Sunday, most likely most of the time. I'm an early bird, so you're going to see me in the morning more often than in the evening. But sometimes I'll go in the evening just because the audience tends to be a bit more active. But yeah, I'll jump on usually after the gym, and Sam joins me every Monday and Friday. Now you're joining me, isn't it?
Monday and Friday.
Perfect.
Lucky boy.
Thunder, where have you gone? The comments have all jumped.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. The comment section has jumped on my thing, and I'm just trying to find everything. Quick chat about the auto. Here we are. How often do you do these lives? Awesome. Positive news there. Scared it was just a blip. Yeah, it's always just a blip. We all go through mental health times in our life, and people who haven't, they're very lucky. So when you have those periods in your life, your brain is going to trick you and make you feel like you're in it forever. But I promise you, you're going to be okay. Just keep looking after yourself, keep positive, and keep moving forward. Tiki, hi, I'm just looking to start FBA. How do you have a course that teaches you? Yes, we absolutely do. We have a course that covers the whole strategy as a whole. So admin, sourcing, and scaling. That's £700 that you can get from our website. But we also have a cheap sourcing course for £250 that's coming out very soon. That only covers sourcing. So if you want to jump in a call with me, I can have a chat with you. If you want to wait for that course, you can. And if you want to get the whole course coverage, then you absolutely can too. I can drop you a message. Tiki, I'm going to give you a follow. I can see you're following us. Thank you very much. I'll give you a follow back. Corpse Zoo, hey guys, welcome, mate. G Fines, really tempted to get that ungated now in the meantime. Mate, do it. Or join our mentorship and get it for free. It's worth it though, mate. It's very good. How do you pronounce your name, my friend? Minduzaz? Oh, he's selling mentorship. So just to give you a bit of context, we have an entire ecosystem. So our business model is Amazon as a whole. We've got a prep center, virtual assistant recruitment. We've got a mentorship that's run by Sam. Sam actively sells and does 2 million a year. We've got account recovery. We've got a software, auto-ungated. We've got everything. So we're not just selling a mentorship. That is one element of our business, but we've got an entire ecosystem, and we have so much free stuff. So if anyone's pissy about us running a business, we live in capitalism, my friend. We have families. We need to feed our families. Of course, we have a business, but we also have loads of free stuff. So be sure to check that out. Corpse Zoo, you asked that earlier and I responded to you. I said, drop us a follow and I'll drop you a message. I don't need one right now, but I'd be interested to have a conversation with you. Network FBA, so it's $69.99 for one scan. Absolutely, $69.99 for one scan. And then if you want to rescan after 30 days, it's $24.99. Or if you're in the mentorship, it's free as part of that mentorship program. We have one-to-one coaching and we have group coaching, by the way. So if you don't have 5K to invest in the one-to-one, then you can invest in group. It's cheaper, and it's more affordable and still amazing. Got an incredible mentorship community now. We have almost 150 positive reviews and no negatives. And the group is so positive. Everyone helps each other. We got an amazing community in there. We are now even more selective with who we work with because the group is so good. We don't want any negative influences coming in and ruining that vibe. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, good vibes. Good vibes at the minute. It's good. Everyone's buzzing. It's a good little place to be in.
Yeah, people have been getting really good results recently as well because they've had enough time to implement the strategy and start to see the returns. So it's really exciting. Martin.
Sorry, go on.
No, go on, Sam, you go.
I was going to say, some people have absolutely crushed Prime Day as well. We got one of the guys who's done, what's he done? He has done like over 30K in spend just in Prime Day. So yeah, it's been really good. Good results. Everyone's buzzing with it.
Yeah. So that's Pat. Pat spent 32K over Prime Day. Martin, since working with us, he was doing Amazon for years. He wanted to give up Amazon because he was doing about 20 to 30K revenue a month, but the returns weren't that good. He started working with us, and ever since he's been working with us, his profit has doubled. His revenue has gone down, which means it's less stress, less ASINs to have to manage. His profit's doubled, and he now loves the game again. He really loves it. He's just coming to the end of his mentorship. He's going to continue to stay in the group, and we absolutely love Martin. He's incredible. So yeah, it just goes to show what's possible if you apply what you learn.
Yeah, he's done so well, and he's really happy with it all now. So it's good. That's what you want. That's exactly what we want to get out of the mentorship. So yeah, it's good.
Will Laurie said nowhere near getting on the mentorship. Yeah, definitely give the Ungator a go. Yeah, absolutely, give it a go. It will be really helpful. You can learn anything by yourself, but just like anything, going solo is going to take you so much longer because you're going to make loads of mistakes that you don't have to make if you work with a coach. Not everyone believes in mentorship though, so if it's not for you, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, you don't have to. No pressure at all. Tiki, do you have a course that teaches you to source products? Yes, absolutely, Tiki. The £700 course we have teaches you sourcing, admin, and scaling. And then we have a £250 course coming out soon, which is just sourcing. We haven't released that yet just because we have to reshoot some videos in a studio. And that got cancelled because of the heat. So we will release that very soon. So let me know which one you want to go for. The £700 course is really damn good. But if that's too expensive, you can wait for the cheap one to come out. I promise it'll be worth it. Laurie, yes, they do go to the website. Reese also updated our website recently, and it looks very good if I say so myself. You can see how many you can see all of our reviews and testimonials there. We need to add our video testimonials to all of our pages, and we'll do that very soon.
Yeah, Reese he's done well with that site. Looks good.
G Finds, all in good time. Great to get to see Sam too. Yeah, absolutely. One of the reasons working with us is so good is because we've got an entire team with different perspectives. So how Sam sees something might be different to how I see something, which might be different to Cowan, to Reese, and to Gemma. It's the team is growing, and you get an entire team's collective experience to work with you. That's why it's so valuable, and that's why we're able to help people get really good results. Because if one person doesn't know the answer, Amazon is huge. You can't possibly know everything. Someone else in the team will definitely know.
Yeah, agreed.
Would it be worth getting into the group now in the meantime? Of course it would. We are really, really flexible as well. Honestly, like I was chatting to someone earlier today, amazing dude, really nice guy. I'm really looking forward to working with him. I was saying, we're super flexible. If you have a period where life is getting crazy and you need to put a pause, that's okay. We're very flexible. We are here to work with you. We're here to see you succeed. So definitely, if you are ready to, and if you've got the cash and you want to invest in mentoring in the group fashion, join it. It's very good. And we do have payment plans available if anyone is interested. Tick and Block Shop, is the mentorship the full course at 700? So Okay, right. Bear with me, guys, because we have so many features in the mentorship. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to rifle through them as quickly as I can, just so you can see how good it is. So we've got one-to-one mentoring and we've got group mentoring. In the one-to-one, you get a private chat channel with Sam and the team. You can ask as many questions as you like, and you get scheduled calls with Sam that are entirely private between you and him. We have a 50K guarantee that, and at the end of the mentorship, which is 6 months long, if you haven't hit 50K revenue, we will keep working with you until you do. If you already sell, we'll keep working with you until you double your revenue. That you get 3 months access to that and the group for 6 months total. And then if you go to the group mentoring by itself, you get weekly live calls with the community. Every single call is recorded. Every week it's a different topic. Sam, I've just lost you on TikTok.
Oh.
Every week is a different topic. So we might, one week we might give a presentation on how to do EU A. Another week we might tell you how to maximize cashback and reward systems. Another week it might be a guest speaker who's a very large seller who's kindly come in to share his advice or her advice. All of those calls are recorded. You get access to every single call. You get free access to our software, including our auto ungated tool, whilst it's in development. And then when it's paid, you get 3 months access for free. You get lifetime access to the arbitrage course, which is £700 just for the course alone. You get lifetime access to that. And we have a Whoop community. If you're into your health and fitness, we've got an ungating channel where everyone helps each other find ungating. We've got the network, the community, sharing ideas with the network. So valuable. All of that is included in the group mentoring, and the one-to-one mentoring has all of the group plus the one-to-one. In the one-to-one, you need at least £5,000 to invest in the mentorship and stock, and that's at least 5K. The group is more affordable, so you don't need $5,000, and we do have payment plans available. We don't talk publicly about our pricing, but if you jump in a call with us, we'll tell you transparently how much it costs. We just want to have a conversation with you to see where you're at, can we help you, and if you're a good fit for the community as well.
My live has been suspended. It says live studio access has been suspended. Your access will be restored in 24 hours.
Can you appeal it?
I'm trying to view details, but nothing's coming up. I'll see if I can do it on my phone. I don't know why it's done that.
Probably someone swiping through reporting your account because they're jealous.
There's always someone.
There's always someone. Charlie Simpson. Good Lord, I cannot read people's names. Welcome, mate. Thank you for joining the live. You just make all your money from courses then? No, not at all, my friend. The course that we sell is by far the lowest revenue generator we have. The course to us is kind of like, in marketing, it's what you would call a tripwire offer. It's so good, it gets people into our ecosystem, and we make money through the prep center. We make money through VA recruitment, through our mentorship and everything like that. Sam, who is the head coach in our mentorship, makes way more money from Amazon than he does from coaching. So I just want to clarify that. We have an entire ecosystem. We're not just like random coaches on the internet. We have a very legitimate business. We've been going for almost 3 years. We have almost 15 people in the team. I think it might be 15 people. And the only reason our business is able to scale is because we help you guys build your businesses. You can imagine if Amazon didn't work, our prep center would fall apart. But we've got 50 clients, and we've only lost one recently, and that's because they're having personal issues and they need to take a bit of a pause on Amazon to figure that out. So I hope that it like acts as enough like validation. If you are still not convinced, we have almost 150 positive reviews with no negatives, and we've been going for years. So hopefully that should say enough that we actually do genuinely care. I'll give as much advice as I can on this live. We don't like gatekeep too much stuff. Some stuff is only for our mentorship, but you can ask anyone who joins these lives regularly. If you ask me a question, I'll give you the answer for the most part.
I've had to join on my phone. For some reason, the studio is not working, but at least my phone is.
G-Finds could be worth getting into the group in the meantime then if you get everything, but the one-to-one. Yeah, honestly, the group mentoring is incredible. The recent people who have just joined it are doing really, really well. And man, we're so passionate about seeing people passionate. when you find people who are really driven and really into this, like Amazon isn't for everyone, but if you enjoy the process and you get results, it's really, really fun. It's a really enjoyable thing to do. And we've just recently started working with people in the mentorship who are so passionate, they're so driven, and seeing them get results is so fulfilling. That's one of the reasons we love doing what we do.
Terry said we're both echoing.
Are we echoing to anyone else in this live, or is it just Terry? Because I've muted you on my side. Have you muted me on yours?
I have, mate. Yeah.
Okay, weird. Let us know if we're echoing, guys.
Oh, he said it's stopped now. That's all right then.
Okay. Justin Dickens, OA, RA, or private labels. So we do arbitrage and wholesale. We do online arbitrage, Amazon to Amazon, EU A to A. European Amazon to Amazon is actually one of our specialities, and we do wholesale. In our mentorship, this is something I actually didn't mention. We have authorized wholesale relationships. So we give our community members wholesale leads from authorized distributors. And we've been building relationships. So the leads we get with them are exclusive to our community. Reese Cow and I went to London the other day to the Landmark Hotel, very fancy, dapper place. And we met up with one of our suppliers. Really nice guys, really excited to work with them. And that's going to integrate with the software, which, as I say, you get that for free in our mentorship. Sean knows his shiz, mentioning tripwire marking. Well, thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, I love this game. I love business. I'm lucky my fiance finds me as attractive as she does, because literally all I talk about is business all the time. I'm a lucky man. Sam, have you got any questions on your side, or should I keep going through?
No, you keep going through yours, mate. I'm happy to answer them there.
Okay, Wee Laurie, these guys are the most friendly people I think I've ever met. So helpful. Wee Laurie, I really appreciate you. Thank you. We've loved having you in the community. All of you regular guys, actually. It's building the community has been one of the most rewarding parts of building this business. We've met so many good people, and it's interesting, right? Because Amazon, unfortunately, has a tendency to attract quite a lot of unsavory characters. And I actually, the other day, I was chatting to someone outside of our industry, outside of our niche, and we realized it's not Amazon, it's money. Business attracts quite a lot of people who, a bit unsavory. But in our experience with our community, the people we meet are so friendly, so lovely, and it's been an amazing part of the journey, No echoes, just Terry. No, same as my other half. Yeah, good man. I love it. My camera literally just told me that it's overheating, and that's my other camera. I've got two cameras right now, and they're both overheating. So I don't know how much longer I can go, but I will go as long as the camera allows. Any other questions, guys? We have a list of talking points that I can start going through. If you have any other questions, please do let us know. Rich Holder, if you're still over there on IG, how are you getting on, my friend? You've been quiet in the background. Who else have we got in here as well? We've got Halima. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. Glenn, I've said hello to you. Justin, I've said hello to you. Arnie, my first dog's name when I was a kid was Arnie, because Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the first names I could say. So I love that name. Amara, welcome to the live.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was the first name you could say.
Arnie was one of the first names I could say.
I wouldn't say Schwarzenegger. That's a pretty hard word to say when you're
yeah,
that young. Man.
Yeah, I came out just riffing Germanic phrases.
I was going to say it's pretty impressive.
Well, I guess it would be Austrian, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Tick and Box Shop. I'm assuming the best place to arrange a call is your website. Tick and Box. We actually have someone in our team who usually attends all the lives, and they message people in the background. I don't know if she is actually online right now. What we can do is, if you give us a follow, we'll follow you back. Drop us a message over TikTok, and we'll arrange a call with you. Let me just double check and see if Jay or JB is available right now. Good grief. I can barely touch my keyboard. Everything's overheating.
Is it that hot?
Yeah, it's really can you see how sweaty I am?
I can see you're glistening.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to slip out the chair.
Oh, Alex is here. Hello, mate. Good morning, beautiful people. How are you, gentlemen, today? Good. How are you?
Sorry about the typing sound, guys. Right, there we go. More good. Shout, Alex, where are you, my friend? Why are you not here all the time? I miss your face whenever you're out of the live. I was talking about you literally yesterday, so this is really weird timing. I was talking about you yesterday for the first time in a long time, because sweating. Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. Yeah, I was talking about you. It wasn't yesterday. It was today, because I had a chat with someone about our mentoring, who is a photographer, and I was saying that you in our group, you're a very good photographer as well. Yeah, we're really good, mate. I've said so many times on this live, I'm in a loft and there is insulation all around me. I have an AC blasting cold air on me, and it's not enough. Like all of everything in here is overheating, including me. Ticking box. I'm assuming. I think I already follow. Okay, perfect. In that case, what we'll do is we'll schedule a call. I've just asked our team members in the background if they're available. Jay is actually messaging me back, so hopefully that means she is available, and we'll schedule a call. Amara, what's the auto ungator on Amazon? You need to build up credibility on your account before you get unrestricted in brands. So Amazon needs to know that you're a legit seller selling authentic products. So they gate you, they restrict you in brands until you provide invoices to become ungated. The ungating process on Amazon has always been a nightmare. You have to reapply 5, 10, 15 times, even when your invoice is legit. So what we've done is we've designed a tool that cross-references 10,000 brands against your Amazon account and will automatically ungate you in as many as you are eligible to be ungated in. So instead of fighting Amazon to get one ungate over 2 to 3 weeks or over a month even, you can get ungated in thousands of brands within 5 minutes. The more you are ungated in brands, the more easy you find it to ungate other brands, because it's a bit of a trust system. Unbelievable results we've been getting people since we released this, and we're the only company in the world who's developed a tool like this. So definitely give it a try. It's very, very cool. Justin Dickens, I got you. Yeah, I'm getting into private label. It's very hard to find mentors for private label. Justin, I have a mentor that I can send to you. A really nice guy. We have a bit of an agreement that if we find people who are really interested in PL, I'll pass them on to him. He's a really nice guy, very trustworthy, gets really good results. I would just advise you caution. We have a free community with almost, I think it's 1,600 members. I'll double check in a sec. We know a lot of people losing money with private label. Laurie in this group, Laurie is a really good example of someone who bought into a course or mentor for private label and then ended up losing quite a bit of money. I just want you to be careful. Private label can be really good, but you need to invest quite a lot of capital into PPC, and it's a lot more risk than arbitrages. So if that is something you want to pursue, building a brand is amazing. Just let me know, and I'll pass you on to our mentor friend. Amara, your account is new with 0 sales at the moment. So Mick, who is someone we've been talking to, he is a brand new seller, just used the tool. He got ungated in 384 brands, I think it was. Another new seller who'd never made any sales got ungated in 1,000. It's completely arbitrary. We can't say for sure how many you're going to get. But if you get fewer than 150, we will refund you for doing it. But we're not going to issue a refund, because you will get more brands. And I promise you it's worth it. It will help. From beginner seller to advanced seller, it works really well for everyone. Love P2. I've started FBA today with my mate, going to set up an LTD company and a seller account. Any tips? Okay, awesome. Welcome to the live. Really, really good idea to do this with a friend. This is a really good bit of advice to anyone out there. When I started Amazon, I did it with my partner, who's now my fiance. If you can do it with a friend that you trust, if you can do it with a relative or a loved one, typically I find people who partner with people they trust do really well, because Amazon can get stressful at times. And if you have someone else to help you figure out issues, that's going to help you along the way. For you, you only need to learn Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS. I very much recommend joining our free community. download all of our free resources, including the free course, and just get started. Don't get analysis paralysis. Learn as much as you can, and then buy and try and sell the product. Sam, what would you say?
Yeah, I think doing it with someone's really good because you can bounce ideas off each other, you can keep each other motivated, and I think that's definitely a good plan. I think you want to learn Keeper as much as possible. Keeper is going to be your best friend, your best tool you're going to use when you're starting Amazon. So if you can know the ins and outs of Keeper, then you're definitely going to be doing a lot better. Learn that as much as possible, and then it's just a case of finding a sourcing method which you like and which works for you. So it's worth trialing them all, see which one you get on with, see which one you absolutely despise, and then go from there. And then, as soon as you found sort of one or two which you quite like and you get good results with, then just double down on those ones and smash it. But I think that the best thing you can do is just try, give it a go. You're going to learn a lot on the way. Good luck. Hopefully it works out well for you, mate.
Justin, you said yes. Do I know their price? I actually I don't know their price off the top of my head, but I'll tell you what. Have I given you a follow? I'll give you a follow. Give us a follow back so I can message you on TikTok. I will find out, and then I'll arrange a call with the two of you, or if you just want to find out. Like anything in life, if you pay peanuts, you will get monkeys. If you find someone who is good and you can afford to invest with them, it will be worth the return on investment in comparison. Like so many people in our mentorship have like the biggest bit of feedback we get all the time is I've done multiple people's mentorships and they are useless. I've now done yours and it by far blows it out of the water. I'm going to be honest with you. We are not a cheap option. We're not too expensive, but we are worth the investment. Once you've worked with us, you don't need to get another mentor. And it's the exact same in the PL space. If you pay £200, you can't expect to get a huge amount of deal with that. No one's going to put a lot of effort into £200 to work with you. And that's just the reality of it. If you're learning a skill that can make you 100,000 profit in a year, you are going to have to invest a little bit. I'm only saying that to preface you that I don't know how much he charges, but I suspect it's probably... I don't know. It's going to be thousands. I just don't know how many.
So Ollie's sent a message. How come your sales have dropped off, mate? Are you capping your spend? No, not so much. So I've sort of changed my strategy this year. I'm looking at increasing my ROI but lowering my revenue. So my revenue this year will probably be lower. I've been hitting sort of like 2 million for the last couple of years. This year will probably fall. I don't know. I might get around that. It might just be a little bit low. But the whole idea is to increase my margin, increase my ROI. That's my target. So the profit wise, I should have more profit at the end of this year than I would have had over the last few years. But my sales will take a drop. But that's fine. I think that's good for my business, good for cash flow and everything like that.
Which month was it where you said you actually did a lot less revenue, but you doubled your profit? Which month was that?
So I haven't worked it out recently, but it was like the first four months of the year or something. I can't remember exactly now. I'm taking a guess here. But I think it was like the first 4 months of the year, I did 40K less revenue compared to the same period last year, but I made an extra 7K in profit. So it was a big difference, and that I guess kind of explains it. So if I continue that throughout the rest of the year, then I should make quite a lot more profit with much lower rev, which is perfect, and that's my goal.
It doesn't like anyone who's been in the game a little while now. It sounds weird to say that, but when you're scaling, it becomes quite a lot to manage. So sometimes doing less revenue and more profit is actually amazing because not only are you making more money, but it's less headaches to run the business. It's less ASINs that you have to be aware of, less headaches, less returns, or fewer, I should say, rather than less.
Yeah, definitely. Terry Tibbs said, I thought your mentorship was pretty cheap, to be honest. Thought it was going to be way more. There you go. You heard it here first. Super cheap. The best.
Terry thought we were going to charge 10K, didn't he?
Damn, we should have chucked an extra couple of grand on, shouldn't we?
Yeah, maybe. We have a business coach at Seller Smart, so we believe in mentoring and we actually get coaching ourselves. he reckons we should be charging a lot more than we do. But yeah, we just we're not doing that yet. We're not doing that yet. Maybe one day down the line, but yeah, not there yet.
As time goes on, the price slowly increases. Like it's increased a lot since we started. But I think with everything, it's all down to demand, right? We're very selective with who we work with. We don't want to work with anyone and everyone. We've got a really good community, so we want to make sure whoever joins sort of matches up with that vibe and is good. So yeah, we need to be super selective because it's a good community and we don't want to ruin that.
Shout Alex, sorry, I just saw you said on YouTube, quick tip is to buy all the portable AC units and sell them on the next heatwave. Funny you should say that. We have a partnership with someone who owns another business, and he got into Amazon because of us recommending it. And he started off with a lot more capital than most people, but he deep dived into a seasonality. He got ready for the heat wave and he sold a heat wave specific product. I won't say what. And he made 6K profit in his first month. Did really well. Sam, I'll tell you off the call who that is.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? 6K in your first month. That's really good going.
Very, very good.
Amara, what's the cost of the tool? The tool is $69.99 for the auto ungator. And then if you want to do monthly scans, it's $24.99. But you can use the tool completely for free if you join our group or our one mentoring. And it's one feature out of 35 features we have in our software that you also get for free. Amazing. It's so good. We Laurie, Terry. That was regarding Terry thinking it was going to be more expensive. G-Fine says, I agree, Terry. FM, do you guys see I hit my 200 sales on the success chart? Wait, no, I didn't see that. Wait, where is that? Let me have a looky. I'm just in our free Discord community now.
I did, Frank.
Frank, of course I saw that. Yeah, Frank, amazing work. 200 units is incredible. Great job.
Yeah, it's good go. First month as well is very good go, mate. Well done.
Oh, Frank, I love you, and I'll tell you why. Right? I've been telling people this, and I've had people disagree with me, but I know it's true. On Amazon, roughly every 200 units of sales you get 4 account health points. Your account health has gone from 200 to 204. Boom, you got 200 units of sales. I'm going to use that next time someone tells me that's not true. I don't know why people say that. It is true.
It's definitely true. A lot of James and Paige have been monitoring their store as well and their account health, and they can see it go up by 4 points every 200 sales.
Yeah, that's amazing work. Great job. So, Frank, you've hit 200 units. Hopefully, you will have gotten to 3 months of active selling soon. When you get over 2,000 revenue, ungating becomes a lot easier. And then if you use the ungating tool as well, ungating just stops being as big of a headache as it used to be. So many Amazon problems. There's so many issues in this niche, and we are trying so hard to solve all of them, because where Amazon doesn't solve their problems, it creates an opportunity for us to do that. That's our business model at the end of the day.
Real Oxford News says, what's the mental fee and what's included? Thanks. So we don't really talk about the fee on publicly, but if you're interested, you want to book a call, let me know, drop me a message, give me a follow. You can either message me on here, but make sure you follow me. I need to follow you back in order to send a message. What's included? There is a lot included. So there is where you get access to our private Discord, which is just for the people on the mentorship. Within that, we've got loads of channels. We've got general chats. We've got ungating channels, loads of resources. You get access to every group call we've ever had. There's about 50 odd in there. Every week we have 1 or 2 group calls for everyone to join. These topics can be around anything and everything. It could be repricing. It could be analyzing Prime Day. Honestly, anything and everything. We cover so much. You've also got a one-to-one channel. So that is with myself and you. So you can discuss anything you like in there, any questions you've got in there. If you want me to analyze listings or anything, then that is for that. We also have a number of one-to-one calls. Again, that is just with me and you. So anything you want to discuss in your Amazon business, whether it could be sourcing, repricing, admin, honestly, it doesn't matter what it is. We've got one-to-one calls where we can go through all of that. We've got 3 months free access to the Seller Smart software. We've got the free access to the Auto Ungator tool, which Sean's been discussing in this live. We also have wholesale opportunities. So we've got wholesale relationships in there who post leads, and they can be great and ready to purchase. And this is just for mentorship clients only. And what else have we got, Sean?
So free access to the software, free access to the Ungator tool. We have a cashback and reward strategy that you can't find online because we developed that. We have presentations on EU A to A. We have a wholesaler who's going to come in and do a guest speaker live talk with the community very soon. One of the guys we met up with in London the other day, very excited for that. Hopefully our accountant is going to come in and do a guest speaker talk soon. Really excited for that. We've had a 4 million a year seller come and do a guest speaker talk, and we've had a 3 million a year guest speaker come in. Unbelievably valuable calls that you get. All of those calls are recorded and you get access to all of them for free. The network as well. I cannot stress this enough. If you're social and you want to network with other sellers who are positive, friendly, and are going to help you out growing, I'm telling you, there is no better space than our mentorship server. I'm a sappy man, and I'm really, really happy with the community. There's such good people in there.
Yeah, 100%. He said, "Are you UK or US?" We are all both UK, mate. Most of the sellers we deal with are from the UK, but it is most of the UK. We know a bit about the US. I've sold in the US before. Marketplace, it's kind of the same concept, slightly different marketplace because it works very slightly differently, but the basics and the fundamentals are all very much the same across the two.
Yeah. I was talking to a couple of Americans yesterday. Amazon has some differences marketplace to marketplace. I'll give you an example. America, you have an LLC. In the UK, you have an LTD. In America, you're allowed to use order confirmation emails for ungating. In the UK, you can't. The UK has rules around invoicing. America doesn't have the same rules. So those little subtle differences exist, but the strategy and the fundamentals remain the same. So if you are from America and you do want to work with us, we can absolutely help. And we would love to work with you as well because we want to build up our American knowledge so we can get ready for our software. Our software has to go to America and the EU. So we're really keen on working with some Americans. Amara, how much is it to get into your community? We have a free community that you can access, link in the bio. And then if you want to join the group mentorship community or the one-to-one, then schedule a call with us, have a chat, and we'll talk through pricing and everything then. It is absolutely true. Thanks, guys. I'll be using the Ungating tool very soon. I was going to ask you when you think is the best time for me. Mate, probably now because you've got 200 units of sales. Even if you're a brand new beginner, it's still really good. But if you've got some units of sales under your belt, it's really, really good. It's what FM is saying there. FM said it's absolutely true. That's regarding ungating becoming easier when you get to 200 units of sales. It does get a lot easier. So if you're stuck on that phase, keep moving forward. I promise you'll be able to figure it out. G Finds, you sent me a message. Thank you, my friend. I just dropped you a message back. Braxax, I honestly wished I found Seller Smart before I got myself roped in with my present mentor. I've learned more from your Discord than my mentor. Yeah, I said this earlier in the live, didn't I? We hear this all the time. The biggest bit of feedback we get is, I've done so many other mentorships. I wish yours is by far the best, or I wish I'd have found you first. And every time I hear that, it tells me that I need to get better at marketing so that you guys hear about us first. But I appreciate the compliment. Braxas, it's been amazing to have you in the community as well. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, we've got that a lot. We've got like 4 or 5 people in our mentorship who all come from doing another one, and they said the other one was just no good. And I think, like you mentioned the marketing, the other guys who market, they market it in a way where they flash all their nice cars and fancy holidays and all that sort of, all the luxury sort of stuff, whereas we're a bit more real and down to earth. And I think people generally get sucked in by all of that. but then they soon learn that it is all a bit of a facade and it's all just very showy. It doesn't really mean anything, and they don't really know what they're talking about. And then you come to us and they actually realise it's ours is so much better, so much more value.
Yeah, and I was going to say one little thing I've heard 3 times in the last week is 3 people have told me on a call that they trust us more because the other people they see, they sell Amazon as a dream, but then they're on TikTok live for 10 hours a day. And I was saying to all 3 of these people, I was like, I'm supposed to be going live on TikTok for a couple of hours every day. I have no idea how these guys find the time to do that because we got a business to run in the background. We literally just don't have time. So that's something to look out for. If your TikTok coach is on TikTok for 10 hours, are they making money from a proper business or are they making money from coaching? Very good question to ask.
Yeah, good. Terry Tibbs said he can vouch for that. Terry's part of our mentorship. He's been in it for a couple of months now. But yeah, he's great guy, very, very funny guy. But yeah, he said he can vouch for that. So there we go.
Terry in our mentorship got me this.
There you go, a little Dalek.
Sweating like a pig.
Was there a like a story behind the Dalek?
I have no idea why you got me a Dalek, Terry, but I love it and I appreciate you for doing it. Thank you. I'm assuming you'd had a few beers when you bought that, right? Let me guess.
Real Oxford News, great stream. Thanks both of you. Bless you both. Careful of heat. Keep up the good vibes. Thank you, mate. Very kind of you.
Thank you very much, my friends. Sam, screenshot that. we get a fair amount of haters in the live now and again, so I always score away the positive ones. Wee Laurie, you guys are amazing and should be so proud of what you've created. Thank you so much, Wee Laurie. As are you. You are fantastic as well. I really do appreciate that. We've worked really hard. We, as a company, we worked for free for a year. Awful, stupid decision. Would never do it again. It got stressful at points. But it was worth it. You know, we built our reputation. Hopefully we showed you guys that we're very, we actually do care. We really care a lot about the people in our community. And it's blossomed. You know, Seller Smart's really been exploding recently. And, I grew up very working class, poor household, and I never wanted my kids to experience that. So that's why I work as hard as I do. Sammy Boy's got 2 kids. Reese has got his kids. I'm sure Cal and Ada will have theirs on the way in the next couple of years. And that's why we do it. You know, we're doing it for, we want to be there to support our families and have a good life, especially in today's economy where it seems a bit more bleak and pessimistic, doesn't it?
Definitely does. Terry said, because your microphone always used to make you sound like a Dalek.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. There is context to that. Yeah. So it's a bit of a meme. I have a really expensive setup around me, but it breaks all the time. And I think I've realized recently my soundboard, I think it cuts out because the cable for my mic is corrupt. And I think that causes a short. I don't know. I'll try and figure it out soon. Off to binge on A2A in the course and maybe find something before midnight. Yeah, hopefully you've got one more day to do Amazon to Amazon. Definitely give it a try. I had a look for like 5 minutes yesterday and I found quite a few leads. So it's honestly it's pretty easy pickings. And I would say yesterday was probably a lot more challenging than day one.
Day one was a lot easier for sure. I've been dishing leads out on the mentorship server for the last few days as well. Anything, for some reason, I couldn't buy, my Amazon account wouldn't let me buy a lot of stuff. It kept saying I was restricted, or I'd go to add it to my basket and then it will say quantity not available, even though I know it's in stock and I know people have bought it. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. So loads of those leads, I end up sort of raffling them out to the guys in the mentorship, and they were pretty buzzing with that.
Yeah, we so what we teach, right? We have the mentality, we want to teach you how to fish rather than give you a fish, because by the time you leave our mentorship, a lot of people decide to stay in there, by the way, I might add. By the time you leave it, we want you to be self-reliant. We want you to be completely knowledgeable in how to support yourself in your journey. Occasionally, so like the wholesale leads we provide, that's a little bit different. Wholesale is a lot harder to get into, so we're trying to make it more accessible. And the leads that Sam was providing is a bit of a one-off. We are thinking from maybe from Christmas, maybe for spring deals, and maybe for Prime Days, we are probably going to put bots in the mentorship during those periods. We haven't decided if we're going to do that because, again, we don't really believe in giving leads, but it is a little bit different for Amazon to Amazon leads to a private group, especially where there's a gentleman's agreement with everyone where no one tanks as long as no one else does. So we're probably going to add that in at some point, but we haven't decided that fully because there's a cost associated to doing that. So we just need to figure it out financially and if it's a direction we want to go. Send them over, Sean, man. Yeah, you wish. Lily, is there another charge to remain in membership? Lily, okay, sorry, I just got what you meant. Right, so if you sign up to the one-to-one or the group, it's 6 months long. The one-to-one obviously has the guarantee that we'll work with you until you hit 50K or double your revenue. You can stay in the community chat. So we decided we were going to kick people out, but we were like, why would we kick out people that we love talking to every day? So we've decided we'll let you stay in the community chat and we'll let you keep access to everything you get up until your end date. But then anything new that comes out, you would have to pay either a subscription cost, a monthly sub to stay in, or you can pay for the group again for another 6 months. And whatever you paid, that will be the price that you pay next time, even if we increase our prices. So we've had a couple of people end their mentorships recently. They're going to stay in the group because the group's amazing. And the group is still fantastic in the free bit, but the monthly sub where you get access to the tools, the features, and the live calls, that's where it shines a lot. Laurie, I know, just having a refresh. Keeper deals. If you check, hold on, I did a social media video yesterday. If you watch that on Prime Day, it's about Prime Day. It will give you filters to set on your keeper deals. Just check that every day. And then if you want to dive into the weeds of keeper product finder filters, you can. And then there's also just going through Amazon manually. Going through Amazon with DS Quick View is a really good extension that you can download to quickly scan products. I'm not the biggest fan of manual sourcing, but on Prime Day, it can work really well. It's how I found the leads yesterday very quickly. I was looking at laptops and I found quite a few. Lots of different ways you can do it. Laurie, already got your keeper running. Lily, thanks, no problem at all. So it's probably, in fact, it is too late to do it for this Prime Day. But if you guys pay attention to the products that are going on offer and are profitable, set up as many keeper trackers as you can. Set them up so that next time they come on offer, you get automatic pings to let you know. If you, on your keeper account, you can track 1,000. I just bit my tongue. You can track 1,000 products on per keeper account. If you can max those trackers with good products, that is a really, really good way to make this game a lot easier. And loads of people don't do it. Most people I speak to don't use any keeper trackers. It's crazy. Okay. We've only got 12 more minutes for 2 hours. So I was going to say I'm going to go get some water, but I can last 12 more minutes. That's fine. Do you guys have any more questions? Is there anything that we can help you with? Is there anything that you've been struggling with specifically recently? Apart from the heat, I can't help you with that, unfortunately. All right, let me bring up my questions. Sam, do you have any questions or talking points that would be worth chatting about?
Right. Questions. Let's talk about Prep Center. How, obviously, with it being Prime Day, I know you're probably not in the know because Reese and Cal do a lot of it, but how has your Prep Center coped with Prime Day this week. Do you know how many sort of parcels you've arrived? How many of them have actually been turned around quickly, and like what the overall sort of performance has been?
Yes, really good question. So, PrepSmart, we have been trying to expand to a bigger warehouse for 3 months. We have a new warehouse. We've been waiting for the keys. Solicitors have been screwing us around for 3 months to the point where we were like, well, we were having words with them the other day about our displeasure with how they've behaved, and we have expanded out of our warehouse unit right now. We need a bigger space, and you can imagine we've had the busiest 2 days we've ever had at the prep center. It's been absolutely nuts. If you saw our Instagram stories, you'd see that we had vans all around the car park. We are really looking forward to expand, but the team is absolutely killing it. We have automations that no other prep center has, which means most of the time we turn around stock same day or within 24 hours. Unheard of during Prime Day and Christmas, but we were able to do it. We have a really, really dedicated team. So our team members are incredible. We had to go through some bad ones before we found some amazing ones. And now our team members, Alina and Gus and Ada at the prep center, incredible. They're so passionate, they care so much, and they do an amazing job. We are really excited to expand to the new unit, and we have had the entire Prime Day, we've had record day after record day, and it's very exciting. So we're really looking forward to moving into the bigger unit. And to be honest with you, I think we're probably going to outgrow that within 6 months. But the landlord that we're hiring from has told us if we outgrow it, we can just move to a bigger unit that he has, because the guy's a baller and he's got loads of warehouses.
I was going to say, is there room to expand into that one, into like the unit next door as well or something?
Yeah. So we have the ability to knock down the walls and expand sideways before we expand into more units. So we're very excited.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. It'd be good to actually get you in there because it's been a long time coming.
Has been a long time coming. We're desperate to, and I don't go to the prep center nearly enough because I'm located in the southwest and it's in Kent. But as soon as we're in the new prep unit, I'm going to go there every month, and I'm probably going to meet the boys in London every month. So Sam, you should join for some of those trips, just because like we work together all day, every day. It's just nice to meet people in real life. I don't know about you guys, but because all I do is work, I haven't been socializing a lot. And when we went to London the other day to meet the suppliers, I was like, it's like a breath of fresh air to actually socialize with people in real life. I felt like, I felt like a goblin. Like I hadn't been out of my own bedroom, my own studio for so long. It's just so good to interact with people in real life that you work with.
And so you've done prep sets. In terms of VAs, have we got any VAs available to be sent out? How's the training going for them? If anyone's interested, what's the sort of lead time and wait to get a VA?
I'll tell you what, I will answer that, but I've got a couple of questions queued up. Lily, I don't understand why one has to guess if an item is private label or not before purchasing and advertising, because I've heard it's not allowed. Yeah, you're absolutely not allowed to sell on someone's private label listing. That's because of brand registry. They have intellectual property rights and they can disallow anyone from selling their brand if they want to. You don't have to guess. I can look at a listing and I can tell you if it's an IP concerned product or if it's a private label product. You learn how to analyze the listing and you make your decisions based on your knowledge. As a beginner, you're not going to know this, how to do this straight away, but I promise you, you will learn it. It becomes second nature. But basically, if the product looks Chinese or the brand looks Chinese, and if it looks like it's more of an unknown brand that you've never heard of, and there's no, like, historically, there's only 1 or 2 sellers on it, it's going to be a PL brand that you can't sell. Just go for name brand products from major retailers or Amazon directly, and you should be all right. Laurie, sorry, I'm still confused about the additional accounts. How do I get bank card in the account name with who without asking to use other person's card? Can I create a virtual in capital and tap, do you think? Yeah, that's exactly how you do it. So you create, say you have 3 Amazon personal buying accounts, you would create 3 digital cards. You could put one in your name, one in your partner's name, one in your sister's name, your brother's name, your dog's, auntie's, cat's name, as I said in the chat earlier, whatever it is, and you can use that. I have my Amazon personal buying account 1 is Sean, and the bank card says Sean. Account 2 is Rosa, and the bank card says Rosa, and account 3 is Maria, and the bank card, says Maria. That's my partner and her sister. People are really overcomplicating this. I'm not explaining it very well, but I will do a YouTube video with graphics to show you what I mean. But basically, it's 3 different accounts, 3 different names, 3 different bank cards, and then you also.
You don't need 3 different names though.
If you have 3 different names, that leads to fewer order cancellations. We tested that.
Yeah, fair. And as I say, I use my name across all of my accounts, and it's okay. I don't really get hit that badly. So I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's a necessity. I think to be super safe, probably. But I can say all my accounts have got the same name, same bank card across all of them, and I run into very few problems these days.
I would say, I wonder if that's because you're more of a seasoned seller with an older account, but these are buying accounts, so it's not even seller accounts. So that's interesting because Reese Cow and I tested this, and we had way fewer order cancellations when we did it the way I would say.
I think the way I used to get a lot of order cancellations, but the reason for that was because that was when my VA used to get access to my account. But now she never has access to my account unless there's only specific days where I let her go on it just to get invoices and stuff. But for the most part, she never has access to it, and the order cancels they're just few and far between now.
Okay, fair enough. So give it a try with the same name and same bank card. If you get order cancellations, try it the way I said. That's very interesting, though. I didn't know that works for you because that's not worked for me. I got loads of order cancellations doing it that way.
It's very it's very hit and miss with Amazon. You don't really know what they're thinking, what they're doing. Like one of the guys in the mentorship yesterday, Lewis, he placed the first few orders yesterday and they all got cancelled. It's hard to really understand what Amazon's thought process is and why they do certain things, to be honest with you.
Lily, thank you. No problem at all. Laurie, create employee card and use that with the right name on it. Yeah, absolutely. Employee card is fine. Awesome. That's where I was getting confused. No problem at all. Yeah, well, as Sam said, maybe it would work with the same name for you, but you have to test it for yourself and see how you get on.
Yeah, it's just all about testing it.
Terry Tibbs, is there a way of stopping Amazon telling me to restock because it's seriously affecting my IPI? But obviously, I can't restock. I don't think you can turn that. Maybe there's a notification setting that you can turn off somewhere to turn that off. Typically, if Amazon is telling me to do something, unless it's serious, I ignore it. Amazon's advice is terrible. You could be selling a product at a £5 loss, and Amazon will be like, "Be sure to restock this. It's selling really well." You don't pay attention to what they say a lot of the time.
You turn off 99% of their Amazon notifications. The only way to really do that is just by deleting the listing. But there's not really much more you can do with that, to be honest with you. As I said, I go into notification settings and turn off pretty much everything. I think the only ones I have on is anything which is serious, or anything like IP related or ungating related, and refund related. Apart from that, it's turned off. It's all just noise.
Regarding your question that you asked me before, how's the VA stuff going? We actually do have VAs who have passed our training criteria. So if anyone is looking for a qualified high-performing VA, let us know. We are very, very selective in our screening process. So we actually reject 90 to 95% of applicants. We continue to upskill them, but the people that pass through our training phase are very, very good. So if you're looking for a virtual assistant, do let us know. Sam asked me that just now, but I pivoted to questions in TikTok first.
At the time, I do need to shoot off though, mate.
Okay, really quickly, Lily, do we not get in trouble for not being able to restock quick enough? Do we get strikes? You don't get strikes. You have an inventory performance index score, IPI, and you have your account health. If you run out of stock, we tested this in our own stores. The sooner you delete the listing, the more that's going to benefit your inventory performance index score. If you have listings active in your Amazon account that have no stock, that negatively affects your score. So as long as you're deleting your listings, don't worry about that. You won't. It won't negatively affect your account health. It will just affect your IPI. Your IPI and your account health both have a factor in how much time you get in the buy box. So you always want those scores to be really good. Guys, we have gone live for an hour and 59 minutes. I'm officially dark meat chicken cooked right now. So I'm going to go, like I'm literally sliding out the chair. What do you look for in people to join? How receptive are you to learn? Are you positive? Do you have an abundance mindset? Do you get like really, really, really stressed at mistakes or errors? We basically want to know, are you going to be easy to work with? We don't mind a challenge. We work really hard. We don't mind a challenge, but you can imagine we've got a really positive community where everyone supports each other. If someone comes in and they're super, super negative and they're just bringing the vibe down, we're not looking for that at all. We want to work with people who are going to listen, apply advice, and allow us to support them through the ups and the downs, because you're absolutely going to have hurdles to overcome, and that's what we're here to help. Right. Your account should get approved within 2 to 3 weeks, usually, I would say, mate. Welcome to the live. Guys, thank you ever so much for joining. Join our free Discord community. Let us know if you want to sign up to our group coaching or our one-to-one. We've got a prep center that's incredible. VA recruitment with VAs ready to be hired. We've got a software that's amazing. And our auto-ungator is a world's first of this kind, and it's incredible. Thank you ever so much for joining, guys. This was a really fun live. And Sam, really good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Thanks a lot, Sean, and see you all on the next one.
Yeah, see everyone in the Discord community, and I will probably see you live on Sunday. I might go live tomorrow because I'm a bit behind on my average, but if not, I'll see you Sunday. Right, have a good weekend, guys.
Bye.